Hello everyone and welcome to the new Small Business Mentoring Service website. Immediately you can see it's cleaner, fresher, more modern in its appearance, and this has been done for two main reasons. The first reason is because this site is now truly mobile friendly, and what that means is that it reconfigures itself so as it looks clean and simple and logically on a smartphone, as distinct from just being a big website that's shrunk down to fit a smartphone screen size. The other thing is that it's been designed to make it a lot more user-friendly, and also making it work from a customer's perspective instead of from the organization's perspective. So a few of the ways that we've done that is we've started off with asking people, what do you need help with? And as you can see, there's a number of different categories there. So for example, if a client wanted to book with a voucher, they can very simply click on this, enter in a voucher code, and book with this voucher. It will then take them through to a page where it tells a little bit about what the voucher is for, and then it provides a list of mentors that they can select from. Now please note that I am working in the staging site, which means that this has got test data in it, so not all of the searches that I use will be actual searches. Okay, so then once a client has selected their mentor, then they can go through and book with me in their normal way. Little tip for any new modern websites, which we've now got on ours, is if you click the logo up on the top left hand side here, that will also take you back to the home page. Now moving on, if a client would like to rebook with a past mentor, it's now made clear that they can do that, and they can put that click that button there. It will then ask them to log in, and from that particular point then they can actually access more details about their past mentors. The next thing we've done is we've broken down the sorts of help that clients most often want into various categories that are easily recognizable. So things like, starting a business, growing a business, exiting a business, and of course there's the everything, which is the one with a lot for those who don't know what they want and are really trying to get an idea of where they can get some help. Now, one of the great things about each of these categories is that underneath them we've got a sub-list of topics that could be used or relevant to that particular category, which are designed to assist clients be more specific and for the search engine behind the website to actually find the most relevant mentors. So let's say for this particular client, they're looking for business structure, some costs, and maybe buying a business or franchise. They can then click on the Find Matching Mentors, and once again it will bring up a list of mentors with those particular skills. So by scrolling down, you can also by scrolling down you can select the mentor that you like, or you can refine your skills by actually adding different skills, industry types, things like that, to find refine the search and get a more clearer picture of particular mentors. So let's in this case say we're going to use Roger Wilson, probably an appropriate person for franchising, and we click on that one, and then takes us to the page where the person can then start booking. It does default immediately to 4 sessions optimal. The reason for that is that is the optimal, and I think it's important that mentors really think about the sales process that we use, but also the delivery process. And if you think about it, 4 sessions, typically the first session you're getting to know the client and some problems, and you give them some homework. The second one you come back to answer the questions of that homework and then start developing the plans a bit more detailed. And it's the third and fourth sessions where people get the most traction. So assuming this client is looking for the 4 sessions, the optimal ones, they can, however, before I move on, they can select anything from 1 through 10 sessions, but let's stay with the 4 sessions optimal. Once they click the next button, you'll notice that 2 things have happened. One is that it's now flicked over to the page where the client can select whether they are a new customer and fill in all their details, or whether they can use their login as a returning customer and then move from there. The other thing, it's very clearly saying up here how much this group of sessions is actually going to cost the client. Assuming the client is, say, a returning customer or a new one, they'll click on the appropriate button, put in all the details, and a booking will then be made and paid for in the normal way. So once again, using that SBMS at the top there to go back to the main page. few other things that have really changed in here is particularly the way that we view our mentors, our events and workshops, and our free resources. So let's take those in order. Our mentors, you'll see again, once again, we've actually attempted to make it very, very clear and brighter and simpler for people to identify their mentors and relate to them. So you'll notice little things, so like booked for 1 week there, which stands out. Interesting question that comes up from mentors sometimes is that if it's booked for 1 week, why do people book with me? Well, mainly because if it's there visible on the website to book with you, clients will probably book with you because your skills are right and they're willing to wait. Moving on down the list, you'll see that we've got a whole range of people, different bookings, and away we go. So clients can select a mentor. They can view a full profile of a mentor in the same way that was previous. But one of the other things that we're doing in the listing here is that we're certainly looking for people can filter their searches by specific skills, by industry groups, but also by locations. And you'll notice that the locations we've used now are quite different. They are specific towns in terms of larger towns around Victoria, or sections of Melbourne. Now, we've done that because we are very aware that some mentors who live, say, in the eastern suburbs don't particularly want to drive all the way over to the west and vice versa. We have some that are willing to drive all over the place. So when we do the second video, which is putting the information into your back office, I'll explain more about how to actually ensure you click on the locations to make sure you get clients in the areas that you want to work. Okay, so enough about the mentors for the moment. Moving on to the events and workshops area. Key changes in the events section is that we have now put in a whole block of individual hosts logos, and also at the bottom of that there is the full list in date order of the various events that are coming up, clinics and things like that, as has been in the past. The main reason that we've put in these logos at the top here is because it provides a quick search. So for example, if I lived in the city of Casey or Cardinia and I was looking for events in my particular area, I can click on that and it will bring up an event for that particular council. It can still show all of the events in other areas, but if I'm, say, Casey, Cardinia work together, we know. So if I click on Cardinia, it'll bring up an event for Cardinia. So you can quickly find events that are in your specific, or clients can quickly find events in their specific areas. The other area that we've done quite a bit of work on is in the free resources area. Once again, to make these a lot more user-friendly, we've created some pictures around different topics. We've broken them into very clear boxes and headings so that people can much more easily find different types of resources. So let's say we click on the GST and tax ebooks, we click on that one and it will automatically search and bring forward the tools, templates relevant to that particular topic. But it also on the side here, it gives a quick access to all of the other topics as well, so that if a client is sort of on GST and they say, oh look, I'd need some financial tools as well, click there, take them into the financial tools area. Okay, so the last area that we've got added to the website, we've obviously got our contact area, which not only lists SBMS contact details, quite deliberately it also lists Business Victoria. They are our funding body and we certainly want to promote their services as well as the whole range of the Victorian Government business offices, both metropolitan and regional, where clients can get advice as well. One of the other questions that does come up from time to time is how does somebody access the becoming a mentor? Should they be interested in doing so? And this is best done through the Contact Us page, and they've got the Becoming a Mentor and Expression of Interest documents that they can download and then send through should they would be willing to, wanting to do that. Okay, lastly, we've added in this page, which is called How Much Does It Cost? Obviously, one of the most common questions we get is, well, what's it cost to have a mentoring session? So here we've explained it. what it costs per session, what they can expect per session, and once again, we talked about whilst we offer 1 or 2 session experience, that 4 sessions are required for the mentoring to be really effective. Please be aware that the 4 sessions are the best option, and certainly from my experience as being a mentor, that's where I got most traction and often where I got most repeat clients as well. Okay, so that's enough about the front end of the website. I'll create a second video which explores the back end of the website, in other words, where you, client and member, log in. So we'll click on the button, that's where we got, and this is where we'll pick up for the next video.